says, Didun, badi ki? Badi kothay hoy?
How sad.
I couldn't sleep that night. I could hear one of the ladies say that, oh, she's glamorizing criminals. That hurt. They told me that, Ma, you're the first person who has actually touched us. Nobody touches us.
This is so sad.
It's so sad.
That kind of criminal, you have transformed him into an actor, into a director.
I did not go there to reform them. No, I still don't. No child is born a criminal. People call it the dance therapy, but I call it the love therapy. Dance was my medium. It's not just that they were transformed, it has transformed me as well. Never in my wildest dreams I ever thought that they'll go out and perform. What were they celebrating? They were going back to the prison. And still they were so happy. The dignity, the faith, that appreciation gave it all back. And they'll never want to lose it again. People know about traffic girls and there is a lot being done. The boys are also a part of this whole thing, racket. And for the same reason, one person takes charge of one person.
Yes.
The world will be a
Better place. Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Moon once again with Beyond the Scrubs. And today is a very, very special day. A personality which is quirky but very classy. A personality with lots and lots of shades. I would rather say that God has sat quietly and painted with all the colors in the canvas. She is a lady with a golden heart. She's a lady with a beautiful style. She's a lady with a beautiful smile, and she is a lady with amazing personality. She's a dancer. She's a choreographer. She's an actress. She's a reformer. She's many things. So let's introduce none other than Alokananda Roy, the most beautiful and gorgeous lady just sitting beside me. Welcome, Didi.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Moon. I'm calling you by your first name.
Absolutely.
Because
absolutely.
I think you're younger than my daughter.
Welcome, Didi. Welcome to this podcast. Actually, knowing you and actually when I read so much about you, and I was knowing you through page 3, through different kind of articles, and from long time, and your work contribution to the society is impeccable. I mean, no one can think about it. So your journey started at a very young age, at age of I think 3 or 4
4 years. Yeah, my first solo stage performance was when I was 4 years old.
You are a trained Odissi dancer. You are a trained Bharatanatyam dancer. You are trained piano player. And
I used to, now I don't play.
And you are absolutely trained in ballet.
Yes.
So the combination of Western and Indian, you have mixed all together, and you have performed in different staged it in theaters.
Yes.
So what would you like to say that from ballet to Bharatanatyam, so the transition, and that beautiful lady from typical graceful, a classical dancer to a modern, beautiful with a aesthetic ballet dancer. So that journey, how it happened?
Well, I've been dancing, I think, ever since I was born. And yeah, my first stage performance, solo stage performance, was at age 4. But I've been dancing all along, from the time I could walk, I think. If I don't remember so much, but I can imagine. And I've had a very happy childhood. And I have always been a free bird. My freedom was very important to me. Now I can think about it consciously, but then it was unconscious. Of course, I was too small. But then I've always done things which others didn't do.
Do you think this is because of your mother influence? Because your mother
Of
was
course.
herself was very very famous, and she was a
She
Rabindra
was
Sangeet,
just,
yes,
she was
singer.
a teacher in Dokini. That's how I landed
Yes.
up learning music. I mean, Ravindra Sangeet. Yes, I was reluctant to learn Ravindra Sangeet then because I was more into dance. But I'm so glad. I'm grateful that she made me do it. And in those days, we were quite obedient in certain ways. Yes, I was always a rebel, but at the same time, uh, I think I was guided by the divine to do the right thing at the
Yes.
right time. But my music training has really helped me with especially my dance, where I can, I've learned to use the flow of music and at the same time be able to express through my movements because I know the songs, right? And I've learned it. It's not just that I've heard and learned the song.
But there is an inborn talent you have for that, because a 3-year-old kid doing a stage performance has to be an inborn talent. Otherwise, it cannot
Yes, it's
happen simple
God
like that.
gifted. It's God gifted. I have to admit that. And I have otherwise been a very freaky dancer, even otherwise. Of course, the training was very conventional, whether it was, but from Bharatanatyam, I went to Odissi. So I have learned from gurus. And I have to tell you something which I sometimes share with others, that I don't believe in exams. I don't believe in competition. So, although I had to sit for exams for my music, for my Rabindra Sangeet and my piano, I have never ever sat for any exam on dance. Maybe if I had to do that, I would have left dancing because I don't enjoy competition at all. That's why in my dance school I don't have any exam.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, dance is to be enjoyed. Dance liberates. How can you constrain it and put it into a package
Absolutely.
and make it competitive? And I always tell my students that why I don't like it, because dance is to be enjoyed, right?
True.
It gives you freedom.
True.
But when you're sitting for an exam or any competition, then even your friend becomes your competitor.
Competitor. Very.
So why go into all that? In academics, you have to sit for exams. That is compulsory, mandatory. But this is not. I mean, if you want to dance, dance. If you don't want to dance, you don't dance.
True.
Right? Just enjoy it.
Now, taking through the memory lane in 2007 when you visited Presidency Jail, and especially you transformed all the prisoners, talking about Nigel especially. So he was very very aggressive, he was very very I mean, that kind of criminal. You have transformed him into an actor, into a director. And we can say that you are Valmiki
Yes, that's
former.
why
You got
my
that award
Valmiki
also.
Pratibha, this Valmiki Pratibha was their story, but that was not the first production. The first production was Dances of India, folk dances and
Folk
martial
dancing.
dances. I started with that. I never imagined that what I thought I would hold a workshop for maybe a couple of months, and that's about it. I didn't know it would be therapeutic, and I didn't know it would become a movement. It was all divine intervention, I would say, because I did not go there to reform them. No, I still don't. They call me Ma. I'm their mother. And I pull them up just as a mother would. I mean, they also get, of course, I love them. So They also get whacks from me, especially during the programs when I don't know who I'm hitting at the back backstage. One whack on somebody, one whack on somebody else, you know, to get it to line. And do you know how it is
Yes,
backstage?
yes, yes.
So, and then I don't know who I've hit because they all look alike. Then the next day when I go there, I said, "Who all did I hit?" So they'll raise their hands. I said, "Come here, I'll give you a hug." So it's just like a mother and child
Mother and child,
relationship.
pure relation.
I didn't plan anything. I've never planned my life.
But you have healed with your uh might be I'm a
Uh,
doctor, so
yeah.
my profession is healing. But no one can imagine that anyone can heal through dance and music and in
Yes.
this way.
Yes.
And that too, to people those who commit crimes, people don't understand that after committing crime, there must be some reformation might be going on in their life or something, but they can't come out of it because of the constraints, because of the
Stigma.
society.
Stigma.
Absolutely stigma. And you have tried to take out that stigma through your
Yes.
therapy.
Yes. People call it the dance therapy, but I call it the love therapy. Dance was my medium. But what actually made a difference was the connect with them. Maybe if I was younger, I went when I was in my late 50s, and it's been 20 years now. But if I was younger, they wouldn't have really thought of me as Ma, right? So that connect helped. And, uh, after I went, I didn't realize I didn't know a lot of things then. I hardly knew anything about prison life, right? But they told me, because I would caress them if they were sick. I would put, their head on my lap and put water, and just like any mother would do. I wasn't doing anything special or different. But then they told me that, Ma, you're the first person who has actually touched us. Nobody touches us.
This is so sad.
It's so sad. And that's why I call my organization Touch World.
Touch world.
Right. That's because of that one sentence which that first boy made. And when I think of my mother, I don't remember her so much. I've been here for many years. But now when I try to think of her, I just see your face because you're just in front of me as a mother. It's very touching because I haven't done anything special. I've never done it because I had to do it. Everything happened very naturally. And maybe that genuinity worked. That I was
Absolutely.
not posing.
Yeah.
It was all very natural. Even with them, they were very natural. And they knew, even now, they know that I can see through. Right? I've learned that. So it's not just that they were transformed or they are transformed, it has transformed me as well.
So when this idea struck you that you want to go to the prison, and what kind of hindrance you had from people, from society, or from from higher authorities?
I never faced anything from higher authorities really, and if they, I mean, there could have been debates,
Yeah.
but never any resistance. They have always supported me, the
Mm.
higher authority. I have to admit that, but there were hiccups because imagine something like dance happening within the prison, and that too, girls and boys. I didn't even know that they couldn't dance together. There was a lot of resistance in the system. But then when I came to know, I said, okay, I'm not going to stop this unless I'm forced to stop. But I'll think of something else. So, when they were doing Dandiya, I did the dances of India. So there were two lines of boys. See, I started with 15 or 20 boys and 10 girls.
Okay.
And gradually others started coming in. They were reluctant because they
Okay.
didn't want to dance.
Mm.
I wanted to teach them, but it was the girls who wanted to learn, but not the boys.
Boys.
So I started with martial dance so that they wouldn't feel
That is,
effeminate.
ah.
Oh, that's very important in a prison, especially. They are all machos, right?
Yeah.
So when I started with that, then I started with the folk dances. And more started coming in, joining in. That rhythm, the music, it does make you feel good, right? I didn't know the kind of effect it could have on people who were never interested.
Mm.
So I have loved dancing all along, but these are not the people who love dancing.
Mm.
But it had an effect. So I had 50 boys.
Oh.
By the end of second month,
Mm.
I had 50 boys. So when I could feel that, like it was never my plan.
Okay.
As I said, it's all divine intervention.
Divine intervention.
Yes.
Yes.
I went as a guest.
I feel you are like a surrendered soul to the God.
Yes,
So
I am.
so you're completely surrendered that whatever you are trying or you want to do, it is your wish.
I'm just an instrument. I'm just doing somebody's work, and I am so fortunate and blessed to be that instrument. I've been chosen as an instrument by the divine. So what happened was when they started doing, I said, why don't we have a little? Why I'm coming to this is I said, why don't we have a little program within the prison? Never in my wildest dreams I ever thought that they'll go out and perform. Not only in the city,
Yeah.
but all across, not just West Bengal, but they have traveled with me to
Yes.
Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, Pune, all these places without a single incident. Now, I never imagined all of that. So I said, okay, let's have a little program within the. So and there were 50 boys, 10 girls, and they were doing all different styles, right? Bhangra and dandiya and baul and martial art and all that. So I had to have so many costumes, and most of them, and it was large number. So I thought I'll go and buy some material. That's the first time I went to Bada Bazaar.
Oh.
I've never been to Bada Bazaar before that. So I had to get things
Yes,
at a
arranged.
reasonable rate, right? And so much of material. So, and I had gone to a club before. I mean, I was just talking to some ladies there very casually. So I said, now I have to do this. And believe me, I've never ever taken a penny from the jail department. I've done it all by myself. So I was just saying, hey, I have to buy so much material. Why don't you all contribute a little? Very casually. Not that I meant it. I just said it. Nobody said no. Nobody said yes. So they just smiled, but nobody refused either. But when I was coming out, I could hear one of the ladies say that, oh, she's glamorizing criminals. That hurt. And since then, I have never, ever approached anybody. I've done it all on my own. I was never a professional dancer till I started this work. I never took any remuneration.
Yes, you have never ever taken, you denied it.
Yeah.
But then because for
Because
this
of this,
cause,
I had
you
to,
had to.
because I didn't want to ask anybody. Of course, if somebody came forward, then I would, yes, accept it with grace.
Because that they want from their contribution might be to heal some soul.
Yes.
It's a soul healing.
Till it sort of became a little known and successful. So I even now I can say I've done it for 20 years. Now nobody will think I'm trying to publicize myself. I've even sold my jewelry to do this. You see, I keep telling people that I'm not wealthy because I've never learned to earn, right? But whatever I need, in a very Spartan way, it's provided. All right, not a penny more.
because you're wealthy from here.
So
So
I said
he
that
takes care.
I'm not wealthy, but I'm very rich.
Yes, absolutely. You're extremely rich.
With so much love. How many people get so much love
Yes.
from people you
Unknown
think they're
people
gonna?
calling you Ma. You are Ma for
Yeah,
so many
so many people.
people.
I must share very recently, I was going to Shantiniketan. In fact, I'm starting my little archive because people know, watched them perform, but they don't know a lot of the inside story. So I really want to make an archive. See, all the costumes are stitched by them, all the props are made by them. I have provided the material, but they have made it.
Needed.
So people must see the real thing. So I'm just trying to get an archive, and that'll be in Shantiniketan. So I'm planning on it. So people only see their performance, and why they were transformed is not because of me. No, believe me.
But
It's
your healing touch, your therapy did that wonder.
I always say this one thing thousands of times, that no child is born a criminal. Why they land up doing what they do. I'm not talking about psychopaths. That's a clinical problem. You're a
Yeah,
doctor, you will
absolutely.
understand. But otherwise, you know, environment, situation, greed, and especially in today's world when they see so much all around, and sometimes greed takes over. So there are many reasons for it, but that doesn't make them a non-human being.
Absolutely.
They're all human beings. And everybody, I don't think there is anybody in this world who will not respond to genuine love and compassion.
Absolutely.
And I've proved it. So I can say it with conviction that it can happen. So after the first performance, when we went out to Rabindra Shadon and they performed there, it was packed audience, and they gave them a standing ovation.
Wow.
They were so good. Because they were good, I took them out. Otherwise, I wouldn't have. And they got a standing ovation. And when they went back, and that was the first time, I always go and bring them out for the programs, but I never see them off. I don't take them back. It really has a tremendous effect on me all night. So, and that the first time, of course, I reached them back to the prison, and they were celebrating. What were they celebrating? They were going back to the prison, and still they were so happy. And it made me think that the dignity, the faith, the trust they had lost.
Yes.
With that one
appreciation.
program, that appreciation gave it all back
All
to them,
that.
and they'll never want to lose it again. Yeah. So that's when I thought of Valmiki Pratibha. It's their
That is
story.
amazing. That is amazing. So when the first time you stepped into the prison and you saw the prison atmosphere, what made you really feel that first when you stepped in the prison, you never thought that I'm going to transform them or I'm going to do anything? So did you get any resistance from the prisoners, or it was from the
No,
and what
not
was the
resistance. See, the
atmosphere over
first time
there?
I went as a
Because we
guest.
see a lot of movies that they are in a very shady state. They are,
See, that's
know.
what I thought when I walked into the prison first time, residency jail. I said, "Is this a prison?" Uh, Big trees, the ground, and everything. Of course, there were wards and cells, but it's all spread out in open space.
Open space.
Right. So I was in a hurry, so I went into the space where they were having this program for International Women's Day, and the women were only there. And of course, I had to go give a speech and all. So the girls requested the then minister and the then IG, who, without whom I don't think it would have taken off the way it did. And I take pride in saying I made him a singer also. So um, the girls wanted to learn dance. So they approached the minister and the IG to request me. I readily agreed because I was very curious to know what life is like within the prison. Not anybody can walk in like that.
Absolutely.
So that curiosity made me say yes. And when I came out, Mr. Sharma who took me around to see, and I'm all into Mother and Sri Aurobindo. Okay, and I saw Sri Aurobindo's cell there. It's like a shrine. So I said, "Was Sri Aurobindo here?" So I said, "Yes." I said, why did I always think he was in Alipur jail? Because in all his writings, it said Alipur jail. But of course, presidency is also in Alipur, but it's called presidency jail, right? So that shook me, you know. I said, has mother brought me here? Why would the girls want to learn dance in a prison? And then I saw the boys walking around aimlessly. And I don't know, I felt really sorry for their mothers. And immediately that struck me what I said, that no child is born a criminal. And when a child is born like a fresh flower, no mother would ever think that he or she may land up in a place like this. So why they land up is a different story. There are so many stories. So I said, can I teach the boys also? I suddenly felt that I wanted to teach them also. He says, won't you feel scared? So I said, why should I feel scared? They're all my son's age. He says, no, people feel scared. I said, I'm not scared. I fear nothing. If I know I'm doing something right, I fear nothing. So he said, okay. And that's how it started.
And what about the society back then when you first started? Was quite
Well, raised eyebrows. Nobody will tell me anything because everybody knew that I will not listen to anyone.
Yeah.
What they have taught me, my boys and girls, is I call it the Trishul. They have taught me to love unconditionally. Many of them are in touch with me. All have more than 250 boys have been released since the time I started. So it's like a renewal. 3 people go out, 3 people come in, new ones come in. That's how it's been going on. Nobody has gone back to the dark world. Nobody, not even one.
You have also performed, I think, Dance of Darkness.
One is Valmiki Pratibha. The other one is, it's film and stage together. It's based on Emperor Ashoka. I've done one on Jesus Christ. And there is one on Kazi Nazrul. It talks about communal harmony. So, because there are many Muslim boys, so I thought, let me do something for them as well, so that they feel inclusive. So that is. So I have children from all strata of the society. And I remember, only the other day I was going to Shantiniketan, and by Shantiniketan Express, I reached a little early, so I was waiting in the car. It was so hot. I was waiting in the car. Suddenly somebody came and knocked on the window. A boy. So I looked at him. He asked me to put the glass down, window down. So I said, yes. He said, how is Madhusudhan Shamanto? One of my boys. So I said, do you know Madhusudhan? You know Madhu? Well, yes. How is he? Well, he's no more. So he said, he passed away. I said, yes, about 3 years. Yeah, about 3 years back. So he said, oh, okay, you won't know me, Ma. When he said Ma, I knew that he must have been there. He says, Ma, you won't know me, but I was in the same ward. And he was like my elder brother. He took care of me. So when I saw you, I thought I'll ask about him.
That's so nice.
Yes. So
touching.
I know. And there are some of these car parking
Mm,
boys
mm.
who have probably been inside. I don't know many of
Yeah.
them, right? But even the ones who don't dance, they
Mm.
all call me Ma. If I go to the Hooghly jail, they'll also call me
Call me
Ma.
Ma.
They don't even know who I am.
Because I told you, you are a healer. You have a hand of a healer, heart of a healer. So your presence always healed them. So you started your journey in that way. But again, you have not only done for the prisoners, you have done for the acid survivors.
Yes.
What was
They
your
was
experience to see them in
it
that
was
distress
uh, it,
situation?
it was very moving.
Because we
And
we love to dress up, we love to
yeah,
look beautiful,
but
and
when they performed with me,
yeah.
actually I performed with them. I had to be there. So when they performed, the way, one of my girls who did their makeup, I I felt worse that day because this is what they were, right? And one of the girls, she danced with dark glasses. Yeah, and I believe she passed away. But it was a different um, feeling altogether. Being with them, they were they were very, very conscious when they first went up on stage. And when they got, see, that is what happens when you get all the
Appreciation,
adulation and the
yes.
appreciation. Then you feel confident that no matter how you look or who you are, if you do something good, people will appreciate that and they will not look beyond that, right?
True.
That gives them a lot of confidence. See, I also take care of the children of the prisoners, and
You
some of
go to reformation
one is the
place
children
also
who are with the
with the
mothers.
mothers.
So I started a school for them
Oh,
inside. Yes,
okay.
I called it the Heart Print.
Okay.
And then one day I realized, you see, why I started this school is another story. Um, see, these children whose mothers are in the team of my dancers, when they come to presidency, then they have to come with the child.
Okay.
They cannot. The child can never be left on their own, and so they would come. So the children call me Didun, right? So they would, after the rehearsals, the boys would sit on one side and the girls would sit on one side, and they're not supposed to interact, right? So, and the two kids would sit on my lap, and I had to tell them stories. So tell everybody about my childhood stories. Mainly, they love hearing all that. So I would tell the same stories every day. Sometimes it's the same old story. Oh, ita bolo, ota bolo. So it's okay. So that day I was in a hurry because I had some guests at home who were supposed to come. So I said that no, today they came and sat on my lap. I said, no, today I have to go. I have to go. I have to go home. I kept saying, I said, no, they don't. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I said, no, next day I'll stay for half an hour. But today I have to go home. I kept using the word home. This one little girl who was born in the prison, the mother came there pregnant with her. She looked at my face because I kept using that word. And she says, Didun, badi ki? Badi kothay hoy?
How sad.
I couldn't sleep that night. The next morning, I called up the ADG. That was another Mr. Sharma, Adhish Sharma. I said, Mr. Sharma, I have a request. Can you get some space, give me some space within the jail? I want to start a school for them. Let them have a proper Montessori. They used to come in uniform with bags and all. Everything I provided, and my friends who volunteered to teach.
That's so nice.
Yeah, and it was like an upmarket Montessori school. I made that sure. that it mustn't be one of those.
Hmm.
It wasn't ordinary.
Obviously, it has to be from you,
Yeah,
so
no,
it
no,
has to be
no.
one
Yeah,
of the
either I
best.
do it well or I don't do it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how it started. And then whenever I went, I didn't go every day. My friends who volunteered, they would go regularly, but I went once in a while, maybe once a week or so. And they would reach me up to a point till they were allowed to come. And then they'd say, they don't go carefully, don't trip, don't fall, be careful, that is there, the pipe is there. I don't know. Little ones, they can stay there up to 6 years, right? 5 years rather. So that day, I don't know what they do this every day, but that day it struck me because that little boy, very naughty, ran with me and stopped there and kept giving me instructions. I said, my goodness, there's a boundary for them also. Why? They have not done
Done
anything
anything?
wrong. Fortunately, Justice Soman Sen, he called me for a meeting at the High Court regarding prison reforms and all. This is, they all call me Didi because of my age. This is that, Didi, if you have any suggestions, because you've been with them, like no other officers have been. So if you have any suggestions for the betterment of their conditions, I said there are many I can talk about which could be improved. But the first thing is, why won't the children go out to schools? Why can't the children go out? And this is inhuman. The only place they go to is to the court with their mothers. That is their outing, and they're happy with it. So he said, no, no, that is very valid. So I said, I will arrange for everything, but the permission has to come because it's a legal thing. Within 2 days, he got the permission for me, and then I put them into 2 different schools. Now that's become a system. They all go there.
You are
Yes,
actually a social reformer. You have reformed so many lives. You have actually, you know what, Didi? Hearing you inspires so much. And it's like, keep on hearing you, keep on, at least if we can be some help, if we can contribute into something, that will be a
That would be
great.
so nice. As I said, I never ask if somebody comes forward voluntarily because of that first jerk. And it really shook me.
Yeah.
And so, what happens? I become reluctant to ask because I'm dealing with people who are in conflict with law, and very few people sympathize with them because they should be punished. Why should they be given any facility? You understand? That's how most of people's mind work. But then I'm also into this, of course, again, Justice Sen requested me to take up is with the juveniles who are in conflict with law. So I'm also involved with that, and that is in Kamarhati. But they are such sweet boys, I can't tell you. There's so much to do because it's a juvenile. I want to talk about it more and more so that people know.
No.
People don't know. If they don't know, how will they come
They
forward
come
to
forward.
help? Right?
Absolutely.
People need to
Absolutely.
know. So, juvenile justice is a lot more lenient. So, they don't get convicted easily. But once they are released, they're young. They're all under 18. Right? They don't go back to school. Once you're a dropout, then it's difficult to go back to school.
Absolutely. And society also does not take you
Right.
properly.
And friends don't mix with them. I don't know about the family, whether they accept or whether they are treated in a different way. I'm not sure about that. But the other two I know. So, after a point, the bigger goons tap them and they get into bigger crimes.
Yeah.
So, my next mission is to find out. I've spoken to the superintendent that the ones who are getting released,
They should be
I
given some
need
job or
no some
something.
training. They're too
Training.
young. They're all under 18.
They should be in some training.
So I want to, if they want to go into education, I will arrange for their open school,
Mm.
uh, into any skill that they want to
Mm.
learn, any sports activities.
Mm.
Now sports
Sports
are,
is
it's a
Mm.
big thing now. So if they are interested in that, they can be trained in that. But for everything, funds, funds, funds. So and I also have to locate them as to where they stay, so I can arrange somewhere which is close by. So it's so much to do, and I feel time is running out for me. I'm running 76. How long will I be able? How long will I live? Leave alone how much I'm going to do.
No, no.
So a lot of things that I need to do
Yeah.
uh, before I go upstairs. But as you said, I need so much support. I can't do it alone.
You need a lot of hands beside you
Yes,
to
yes.
help and move it forward.
Because if we don't take care of these young boys, we will be breeding more criminals.
More criminals.
It's the society's fault sometimes. That
I believe it is 80% society's fault, 20% is whatever the innate nature or whatever it is.
Yes, I mean, they are never accepted. That's why when I also try to rehabilitate the prisoners, I'm the seniors. So I know that nobody will give them a job. So I beg a friend who was my master tailor. He's also released. So he's given some money in Howrah. He's got a little shop, tailoring shop for himself. So the startup, right? And the one who had a fruit juice shop started. So I went straight into Metro Cash and Carry. I said, I'm taking some cartons. Just to make it, I didn't even ask. I said, please, I'm taking some cartons of fruit juice for this boy. And I'm not coming back again. Right? He will start from there, but I have to give him some support, initial support, as much as I can. So they laughed and they gave me, but I just walked away with crates of fruit juice. So there are sweet people. Then there is one of my son's friend who's into tea industry. He used to give 100 kilos of tea every month. So I gave it to 5 boys. One of them had a tea stall. Most of them come from very humble background. And the others sold the tea or whatever. In a very small way, I can do it because it's an Herculean task to do it all by myself.
Absolutely.
And it's very sad. And I'm also involved with the trafficked boys in Kisholai home. The boys, the rescued boys.
The rescued boys. It is absolutely a very, very small, you can say very small area you are touching, which is a very big cause which needs to be touched. And especially the traffic boys, traffic girls.
Yeah. See, the
So-
girls, people know about traffic girls, and there is a lot being done for them. But very few people can even believe that there are boys
Pedophiles
who
are there.
The boys are also a part of this whole thing, racket, and for the
Absolutely.
same reasons.
Many reasons, pedophiles or begging.
A lot
This is
of
a
things,
big, big
lot of things. Bonded labor,
bonded labor. That is
drug
a
peddling.
yeah.
So I have so many stories now. I will be approaching a few people. I mean, I don't want my name or anything, but somebody who can make some documentaries on stories, especially about the juveniles. People don't know about the juveniles. They know about the prisoners. They don't know about the juveniles.
I think you have actually used your art so that people know about it. 2 things you have done. One is healing, that is reforming people, and another is reaching to people so that people understand that
Yeah,
there are scope.
of course.
There are scope to heal people, to held their hand for those people,
See,
those who have.
nobody wants to be bad.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
If it was a situational mistake or whatever the reason could be, They are being punished. Do we need to punish them over and over again? I always appeal to people on stage with folded hands that everybody deserves a second
Second
chance.
chance
Give them that second chance. Don't give them a third chance. But the second chance,
is
I
required.
think they deserve.
So I was wondering, Didi, that when you are into the new venture of this also as a reformation of, especially kids.
Hmm.
So, uh, have you ever thought about those areas, especially red light areas or prostitution areas? They're also to go about it
There are a lot of people who are
who are
working.
working.
Yes, there are a lot of people who are working and they're doing very, very well. But the moment you're imprisoned,
Mm.
then there are a lot of restrictions also.
Mm.
Like not anybody can just walk in and start doing something. So
Absolutely.
that is another hindrance.
Yes.
And then the acceptance. The prisoners don't accept everybody.
Yes.
They are very, very, very careful. And they see through. So once, I remember once I told somebody, I was talking, I said, look, I will not live all your life, right? So don't worry, maybe God has sent me to you, and God will send another mother for you. There will be another ma for you. So one of the boys, he's from Purulia, one of my chow dancers, he says that, yeah, আসবে সৎ মা আসবে তোমার মতো আজের আমার থেকেও ভালো হতে পারে সৎ মা আসবে it's very moving. I mean, I'm so emotionally involved and so emotionally attached to them because they're so loving and they'll do anything for me.
Absolutely.
Like when I'm carrying cash for now, of course, it's all GPay, but when I started, it wasn't that. So the technicians, the payments and all used to be with me, and my bag was always with them.
Okay.
Nobody can, if the one was going into the stage, the other one will take over. And it was very touching. They would never, ever allow anybody to put my bag on the floor.
That kind of respect they have
Yes.
for you.
Yes. Like I also take off my shoes. Wherever we rehearse, they clean it every day. And it's a big space, so they wipe it with a wet blanket. And then they fold the blanket and they keep it on one side at the entrance. So everybody opens the shoes, wipe their feet, and they go in. Right. So I also said, Nama, you don't have to take off your shoes. I said, no, Niyam is for everybody. Rules are rules. So I'll also take off my shoes. I take off my shoes, they'll quickly put it on a chair or something, never with their shoes.
This is so amazing. This is so touching. This is so touching. I mean, the amount of love you have got.
Yes.
So, being a mother of your children was not enough for you. It is being a
Yes.
mother for everyone.
I know.
That
And
name Ma is so touching, which is called by all.
yes, it's given me so much. Actually, as I said, I have been transformed. I've learned to love unconditionally. I've learned never to be judgmental. And I've learned to forgive. Maybe I don't forget, but I can forgive anybody for anything.
Did you have any experience while I know you are telling a very touching story, which are all true, and it is there in your heart? Do you have any such story where you really regret for doing any help to any prisoner or something, and you saw through that this was pointless, this was like
Yes, I never talk about it, but yes, certain disappointments are there, but then it's a part of life. Everything can't be rosy. There will be thorns, and that's what life is all about. And each incident, good or not so good, uh,
Did
it,
it affected you a lot by that?
yes, initially it did, but now I understand. Now I understand. No, it's not so much. Very rare, very rare. But then, yes, I mean, sometimes I see people so disappointed with their children also,
Yeah.
right?
True, 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 true. That is absolutely there.
So it can happen.
Yeah.
I see how some children sort of ignore their parents. That is also there. And there are children who are all into their parents. So you'll have all
All
kinds.
times.
Yes, that's what life is like. It
No,
can't
I was telling that who are beyond the reformation. You tried your best, but they are beyond it. They cannot be. Have you ever got someone like that?
I don't want to talk about it really, but yes, um, they will feel bad. But no, uh, not really. Not really. Not really. Some of them may have maybe too ambitious or
For doing crime.
no, ambitious in the sense they really want to do a lot of things and which is not possible. And nobody has gone back to crime, but yes, I think I I never really like to talk about it. Who have disappointed me. Not so much the men, but
The woman.
yes, to a certain extent. But that's, you can't have everything perfect.
Yes, that's true.
And each individual is different,
It's
their
different.
way of thinking is different. So it's all right, but it's a lot of good and a little bit of negativity will be there.
You're doing an amazing job now, and you are now in a mission of reforming the juveniles.
Yes.
I just pray and wish that more and more people could come and hold their hands together and form a big team, so that
Yes, that is required.
and if any kind of help you need from my side, I'm always there, Didi.
Thank you so much.
So-
It means a lot.
Because I have a medical center.
Mm,
So any
mm,
kind of medical help, any kind
mhm.
of thing,
Yeah.
I'm always there. And
Yeah.
other than that,
Mm,
beyond,
mm.
I'm there.
Thank you
So,
so much. It
Um,
means a lot.
though I always believe I'm towards the animal lover, so I do for
So am I.
animals.
I
So
love
I am little far from humans,
humans. It's
you
so
know.
much better to do for animals
Yeah.
anyway. Yes, their love is unconditional
Unconditional.
and so undiluted.
Yes. But then if you need any help, anything, I'm always there. And I would request the viewers also that if you all are little moved and have that compassion in your heart, please do come forward and come for the cause for helping those juvenile kids. At least kids can be
Yeah.
reformed. We do not want to see more and more rapists, more and more criminals, more and more, they are who are threat to the society. We do not want. Absolutely, we don't talk about the psychopath because again they need a
Yeah, different
counseling,
kind of help. Yeah.
different kind of help,
Mhm.
different kind of counseling, different kind of place. But at least we can do with some, those who are
Even if one person takes charge of one
one
person,
person. Yes,
the world will be a
better place. I remember there is a beautiful song, Heal the World.
In the world, yeah.
So
Oh, it's
so I can just hope and pray and tell people that, like you, who are blessings of God, who are healing the world, let's take an inspiration from you and can just,
Everybody is good. Everybody is good. And
But today's
every
world, people are selfish. They think only
yes,
about themselves and
I
they
know.
don't look through beyond
They don't look beyond
themselves.
most of the time.
We all have this much of those who are working, we
Uh,
have this much of capacity to at least hold a hand of someone.
just one person.
Just one person is enough.
Just one person. And that could change the world.
World.
Mhm.
So thank you, Didi. Thank you for giving us time and inspiring
Thank
us
you.
so much. And
I only tell stories.
Yeah.
That's it.
And these true stories, who knows, somewhere in some part of the world who is seeing this podcast, somewhere can connect with you, and a one life can be just changed.
Yes, just one life.
Just one
You
life
don't
can be
have to
just
do too
changed.
much for too many. Just a
Yes.
little bit for one.
Yes. Thank you so much
Thank you,
coming to
Moon.
the
Thank you so
podcast.
much. Thank you
I
so
know
much.
today you are not well, still you have
And,
made it. Only,
I was
you
a
know,
little, I said, no, let me just go and do it. If I always try to keep my word. If I've
Yes.
given a commitment, it's a commitment.
yes.
No matter what, unless, of course, I couldn't get up from bed. That's different.
There's
But
so much to
otherwise-
learn from you. Your every minute, every word, every step you take, there is a learning from you.
I
So
remember, when my mother passed away, the very next day, I had to go as a speaker in one of the universities, and I was the only speaker, right? And I didn't know, it took some time. And then I thought, if my mother was unwell and she needed me, I wouldn't have gone. But what is the use of just staring at that vacant bed? I'm sure Ma would want me to do what I needed to do. And she was very particular and made me particular about commitments.
yeah,
And I went, all dressed up. I went, and they were stunned. They were looking for some professor to,
just
to be there,
be there. And
to give a talk or something.
Mm.
But when they saw me, he says, "You have come?" I said, "Yes. Ma doesn't need me now. If she needed me, I wouldn't have come. But what am I going to do staying at home, just looking at that vacant bed? It's better that I've spent time with the students."
This level of commitment is so unthinkable, but there's something to learn from you, that this commitment, if we have at least 10% also to it, I think we could really really reform ourselves and reform the world out here. So
Well,
with
you are
the,
committed, Moon, to your work. We all do our bit.
we do, but not completely. There is so much to it,
Yeah.
so much.
Actually, I've never had any ambition in life, and I never had a target, never. So I was always happy with whatever I got, right? I've always been a very happy and content person. So, but now I feel that I have to give back,
Yes.
and I know what I need to do, but I can't do it alone. Let's see.
Let's see.
It's God's work, and it will be done at the right time, and the right people will come forward to
Absolutely.
hold my hand.
Absolutely, Didi, absolutely. And you can count me one among them.
Thank you so much. It
So-
means a lot.
I will be there in
Thank you.
whatever the way you want.
Thank you.
So
Thank you
I
so
will be
much.
there.
Thank you.
So thank you, everyone. Thank you for watching it. And thank you, Didi, for coming to the show.
My pleasure.
So me, Dr. Moon, with a lot of things in my heart, with a lot of thoughts in my head, signing off with a very emotional podcast. Thank you, everyone. Stay tuned beyond the scrubs.
Thank you.